Johannes, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting me over here at Finturi
pleasure.
in The Hague.
Yes.
I would like to know more about your project. Could you, in brief, explain me what the project is about?
Yeah, I can. I think I can do it really brief. We started 1st of September last year, building a platform where we combine, or actually where we are looking for people who need money, and we have people who want to finance those people who are needing money. And what we thought, especially also in the Netherlands, but it's also worldwide, is that it's really difficult for SMEs to get money. So we focus on the SME market. I didn't say that before, but we are focused on the SME market because also the banks are pulling out. They don't want to invest anymore in small and medium accounts. Okay. So that's why we thought, okay, this is a really big market, so let's get in. And also for us, it's really important that we do it on an honest way, so that we charge honest rent rates, and that the financer earns an honest part. So that's.
All right. So I mean, I see a big trend of platforms, like Uber is a platform, Airbnb is a platform. Yeah. What kind of platform is Finturi?
Yeah, I would say that we are the loaning platform for if you compare it with Uber. Yeah. They are doing movements, and we are doing money. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is a fantastic trend, basically, which is happening. Could you tell me how big the market is here, for example, in the Netherlands?
Yeah, the market is a bit bigger than 30 billion, and it's growing more than 10% every year. So it's really big. So
30 billion is already
only
getting
only
in the Netherlands, which is a small country. I totally agree. But 30 billion is getting financed out of here, and this market is really at a growth.
We don't do the whole 30 billion yet, but.
No, but this is the market size, basically, as it is. Okay. And looking at what is really making your project unique, because there are other companies who are doing a similar kind of offering out of there.
Yeah, there are a lot of competitors doing this because the market is big, and the earnings are sometimes quite high, so there's a lot of competition. But what we do different is that we use artificial intelligence to do credit checks. So we download financial information, but also looking at the internet, for instance, for reputation of companies, and then we calculate a health score. And there is a certain threshold. So if you, for instance, below 50%, then you don't get access to the platform, because then we think in the end you won't pay. So then, of course, you don't want to have that kind of customers on your platform. But if you get access to the platform, then you also get really nice interest rates, and but they are still depending on the risk score or on the health score you get. So, for instance, if the health score is really good, then you have a really low interest rate. If the health score is approximately, the risk is quite high, then you have to pay a bit more, of course. So that's obvious. That's the one part of the system. Other part of the system is that we use blockchain to tokenize the whole process. So that will mean that you have less administrative costs. And how do we tokenize it? We make a token out of the invoice, a non-fungible token, and we connect those non-fungible tokens with the credit score we calculated on forehand, and that will be put into smart contracts, and also the terms and conditions you agreed with the financer and the customer, the SME, and that will be done all automatically. On the other hand, the financer who is financing the invoices, they also get stable coins, also tokens, and also that is, for instance, connected with the risk appetite they have, so they never can buy invoices with a higher risk than their risk appetite is. And it's all done automatically, and all the notifications are done automatically, all the dashboarding is done automatically. So yeah, that's why we can do it much cheaper than our competitor can do it.
Okay, so I mean, we had a talk before, and I understood that to get your invoice financed, it's usually a minimum of 100,000 euros.
Yes.
Are you able to do it lower?
Yes, we are able to do it lower. The why that's that high amount is that the cost to give that loan is very high for banks and for other people. And for us, it's I explained that we have a really smooth process, so it's cheap, so we can do up to 1,000 euros. So
1,000 euros?
yes, yeah.
That's coming nearly in the territory of microfinancing.
Yeah, it is. It's not seen very often what we are doing.
Yes, because in the Netherlands we also have a lot of independent contractors.
Yes, so that's a big potential market for us. Yeah.
Yes, because they, 100,000, one invoice is like, yeah, they're out of the game.
Yes, then they would be out of the game, and now they are. They get access to financing, and what they never had before. So it's really unique.
Fantastic. So that's a big opportunity. I feel that small and medium-sized companies could be really enabled for getting their financing done on these invoices. So where is the team right now with the project?
We launched our, as we call it, the controlled release. So it's that we are doing some proof of concept with known customers and a known financer, and to tune the system and to see if everything is going smooth, because we want to make it really simple and really fast. And of course, then we have to do all kind of tests to see if a customer also feels it simple or not. We get all those feedback back to our development team, and then we will change the system, or we won't change it, of course, if they are satisfied. So, and then if we have done this, then we probably will approximately beginning of August go to a much bigger audience and launch our platform for instance for the self-employed people or for all kind of other SMEs.
Okay, fantastic. So that, now you're basically with your known customers, and then you will be open for basically the general public to come in and start using it.
Yeah, we also use those known customers because we want to test our artificial intelligence process if it's tuned well enough. So of course, if you know the customer, then you also can compare the outcome of the process with what you know from the customers. And in the end, of course, you don't know the customer anymore, and then you have to really trust your own health score.
Yes. So looking at the near future, you just mentioned August as in going for the general public. Could you explain a little bit more about how this lending platform of yours basically is going to evolve in the coming period?
Yes, of course I can. Yeah, we want to use artificial intelligence more and more, so we want to add anomaly detection. We also want to do more pattern recognitions than we do now, so we will expand on that part. And we also want to expand on the blockchain part. So we were thinking about doing the KYC process using blockchain technology, the know your customer process. We're also thinking to do, for instance, you could say, we not fully know what we want to do with blockchain yet, because it's a new technology. So we also do all kind of experiments. So we give the team the room to experiment and come up with real nice extra features for that. But we definitely want to invest a lot more in blockchain than we have done until now. So yeah, also we will expand there, and we also will expand on the part of tokenizing assets. So now we tokenize invoices, but we also can do supply chain financing by tokenizing the supply. supplies, sorry, and also we can do loans on machines and buildings by tokenizing machines and buildings. So that's also one of the things we want to do in the future.
Fantastic. I mean, assets definitely is something, and then if they can use your platform, it will be very, very unique. Could you tell me something about the user experience, basically? Because I always say that technology is basically an enabler, but in the end, if a customer has the the ease of use basically to use the platform, could you explain how it works, or what is the experience right now?
Now, the experience, we wanted to keep it really simple. For instance, you don't see that the whole tokenization process, you won't see anything from it because it's in the background. So if you are a customer, you have a really smooth experience for the Know Your Customer process. Then you get some questions, and then we will calculate your health score. Then you will get a notification if you are allowed to publish your invoices on the system or not. If you are allowed to publish your invoice on the system, then you can do it from that moment. And then that's it. And then you get money within 24 hours, but in practice it will be in a couple of hours.
All right.
So
then my last question is about the Financial Markets Authority, basically. So are you guys regulated, or are you getting any licenses, basically, to do this?
Yeah, we need to have a license to do this. Actually, for the first step, we need ontheffing. I don't know what it is in English, but you need something that the authority says that you don't need a license, because we work with the professional parties. Then you don't need the license, but we want to expand also, I forgot to tell you, to lenders with less experience, and then you need an AFM license, and we're now in the process to getting one.
Okay. So that is basically in process for people who are less experienced in taking risk, or understanding risk, to be able to lend their money basically on the platform. So that is awesome. Johannes, I want to really thank you for this interview. It was really wonderful, and I wish you all the success with your team.
Thank you very much, and nice having you here. Thank you.